Hi everyone, Amy here from Temple of She, and I wanted to jump on today and create this video to talk to you about why I do this work. So Temple of She is a business that I have created that offers a varied range of services for women to help them to explore who they really are, how they fit into this world, how they function as sexual beings, how they function as spiritual beings, and how they function as women in this 3D reality, in this physical body that we have. And that means that I constantly am breaking open the taboos that have been wrapped around us as women in this society. We've lived under this umbrella of the patriarch for 5,000 years, and that has put in so many deeply ingrained unconscious beliefs that a lot of them we don't even realize that we have. So the work that I do helps us to become firstly aware of those, and then to break them open and permanently remove those negative self-beliefs and fears that we have unconsciously patterned into ourselves. Some we were just born with. We haven't even had experiences which has generated them. So, of course, as women, our power comes from what makes us women, what makes us a feminine being, which comes from our reproductive makeup, the fact that we have a uterus, a vagina, a womb space, and such a deep physical and energetic connection between our reproductive system and our heart center. And we know from science, and the HeartMath Institute has proven this, that our heart brain is our first brain. It's not the cranial brain, it's the heart brain. And what makes the feminine so powerful is that we have this battery backup for our heart brain, and that is our womb space. It's physically connected with the vagus nerve. And there's something really special about the divine feminine, and absolutely the divine masculine has its own incredible power and purpose, as does the divine feminine. And we're now coming into the divine feminine, the power of the divine feminine. And so it's about tapping into that. And what that means is getting comfortable with the female body, getting comfortable with images of breasts, getting comfortable with saying the word vagina, getting comfortable with the word orgasm, period, blood, pads, all of that shit to do with the female body, all of that shit that has become so taboo that we can't even fucking talk about it in public or even get uncomfortable with it when we talk about it with friends. That is what I do, is I talk about this stuff. I work with this stuff. I get women to explore this stuff in themselves. And because it's been so taboo for so long, it hits walls. It's constantly hitting brick walls. And the society that we live in today, one of the biggest platforms for any entrepreneur in any field is Facebook. Facebook has become huge. It's one of it stands at the top of the empire of social media in today's society. It has a lot of control and it has a lot of reach. It is one of the best marketing platforms for any entrepreneur that's out there. So in utilizing this in the work that I do, it means that I'm constantly hitting brick walls. I am constantly getting blocked on Facebook for pornographic content, posting images of women in their most powerful self, posting images that have a slight corner of mons pubis or a slight corner of an areola, and it's not like I'm even posting frontal nudity. But just yesterday I have once again been banned from Facebook, and this time for 30 days. And as a business platform, that's very frustrating, but it just shows me that it's a constant battle. It is constant. And I know that there's so many other platforms out there, and I'm well aware of those, and I'm accessing those. And it doesn't really stop me, obviously, because I'm here creating this video and getting it to you and you're watching it. But it just shows that this work is so important because of exactly that, because somebody out there has deemed that image to be so offensive that it should be blocked from the public eye. A woman's body is so offensive that nobody else should be able to see it. What is that? Why is a woman's body so offensive? Why is the fact that we bleed so uncomfortable that we can't talk about it? That men feel uncomfortable going to the shop buying products to help us deal with our blood? Why is it that women can't sit in circles and openly talk about sex and what they like and how they like it and what they want to try and what they didn't like? Why is that taboo around it so deeply ingrained that we can't even have those conversations? And one of the most common things that I come across with women that work with me is this inability to ask for what you want in sexual experiences, but also in life, in what you want in your career and what you want in your family and what you want as a woman. There's just this inability to voice our wants and our needs and what is going to make us thrive as women. And this is why I do what I do. This is why I do the controversial stuff. My mother says to me, "Oh, why did you choose something so controversial? It's such hard work." Yes, it is, but who the fuck else is going to do it? Not a lot of people are. Because there's so many more people who are too terrified to step in there. I have so many women reach out to me who want to experience this work. They want to do it, but they're just too scared to step up and book the appointment or book the session or send me the email. That is why I do it, to make this so common, so commonplace, and so accessible that we can get rid of some of that shame, that we can get rid of those taboos, that a woman's breast on Facebook will no longer be such a bad thing. That is why I do such controversial work. That is why I do such taboo work. That is why friends and family get uncomfortable when they look at my Facebook feed. Because what is life if you're constantly sitting comfortable? If you're constantly sitting in that box? Nothing changes. Nothing is gained. Nothing evolves. There is no pleasure in any shape or form, not just sexual pleasure. I talk about the marriage of spirituality and sexuality because the reality is that we are etherical beings having a physical experience. That does not stop when it comes to sexuality. We know that oxytocin, one of the hormones involved in orgasmic release, is one of the hormones that brings us into a state of absolute joy and bliss, which connects and opens us up to the divine, the divinity of the infinite, God, universe, source, whatever you want to call it. That is proven. That is why I do this work, to make that accessible to everyone in a way that so many are afraid to. And I really invite everyone to explore it, have the conversations about it, look at it. If something triggers you on Facebook, instead of going into instant reaction, "Oh God, that's horrible. Oh, that's pornographic. Oh, that's not acceptable. Oh God, what if my child saw that?" Take a step back, take a breath, sit in awareness. Why do I feel this way? What is it about that image that's so offensive? What would happen if my child did see that image? What conversations would ensue? When we approach life with this awareness, instead of reactive mode, it's such an incredibly different approach, and things can actually be thought through. And if you look at the process of the 4 agreements, not taking things personally, not making assumptions, being impeccable with your word, and always doing your best, things could be a lot different. So I'm making this video to just get you to think about, do you sit in reactive mode or do you sit in awareness when things come across your path? And how willing are you to get uncomfortable? Thank you. I'd love to know your thoughts and comments, and if you've had any experiences with any such thing about something that you have expressed that others have found uncomfortable. And if you'd love to know more about what I offer and what I do, feel free to check out my website, templeofshe.com.au. Bye.